A very good afternoon to all present. I am Ishwar Mitra, and this time the experiment we are going to discuss about is based on orifice meter. Orifice meter. It is a device which is used to measure the flow rate of water like Venturi meter. You can look at the image as well. It consists of a flat circular plate with sharp edge holes through which the water is allowed to pass. Now the benefits of using orifice meter over Venturi meter are: it is economical and use quite less space for fitting. It also has a drawback that it suffers a lot of frictional losses, due to which it has very low coefficient of discharge or CD as compared to Venturi meter, which is around zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6 in general. Now coming on working principle, as the fluid flows through the pipe, the flow suddenly contracts as it approaches the orifice and then suddenly expands after the orifice bag. Now, what happens in this is that when the fluid reaches the throat, its pressure decreases, due to which there is increase in the velocity, and hence, with the help of manometer, we are able to find the total head loss and the flow rate of the water.
So the first is the orifice meter, which is installed on the various pipes, and it is connected to a supply tank and a measuring tank. The next is the YouTube manometer, which is also connected to the orifice meter. It is used to calculate the pressure difference. Next. Next is the measuring tank, which we use to measure the volume of the liquid, and we use a stopwatch to calculate the time required for the liquid to reach a certain height. uh, and then we use a vernier caliper so that there is no error in our measurement, and also to calculate the diameter of the pipes. And scale is used to measure the readings between differential manometers.
Firstly, we will fill the tank with water. After that, we will let this water to flow through the pipe which is connected to orifice meter. Pressure difference will be created because of the velocity of the flowing fluid. After that, we will calculate the time taken for the rise of water, with the help of which we will calculate our coefficient of discharge. We will repeat this experiment 3 to 4 times for different flow rates and take the average value of coefficient of discharge. Now I'm going to explain this experiment further with the help of a video. This is the experimental setup used for this experiment. This is the orifice meter, which is a flow measurement device. Pressure drop is created because of the varying velocity of the fluid. This is orifice meter, which is connected in between the pipes, concentric to these pipes. Pressure drop is calculated with the help of manometer, which is connected to this. It works on the principle of Bernoulli's theorem. Here the pressure taps are connected at the distance of d and d by 2 from the orifice. This is the manometer which will calculate pressure difference.
The actual flow rate can be measured using this rotameter. And to start the experiment, ensure that bypass valve is completely open and the main valve is closed. Gradually open the main valve to set the flow rate. The vacuum diameter of the rotameter gives the flow rate reading. Ensure that both the limbs of the manometer reading gives equal reading beforehand. And finally, difference of reading gives the pressure drop. This is upstream section having higher pressure. This is downstream lower pressure. And difference in reading gives the value of the pressure drop. And we continue the same step at the higher flow rate. For the higher flow rate, we can also use the mercury. The supply pipe diameter is got 14 mm. Orifice meter inlet size is 21.5 mm. Orifice meter throat size is 14 mm. And the measuring tank size is 30 each distance. Each dimension is 30 300. Actual discharge Q act is given volume upon time taken. theoretical discharge is equal A1 A2 root 2 GH upon 100 A1 minus A2 square, and the coefficient of discharge is Q8 upon Q actual upon Q theoretical.
In first column, pressure difference values are noted using differential manometer. Next column indicates time needed by water for increase in height of tank by 10 centimeter. Third column tells about the actual discharge of water using length into breadth into increase in water level in tank by time taken. Fourth column is about theoretical discharge of water calculated using formula A1 into A2 into root 2 GH divided by root of A square minus A1 square minus A2 square, where A1, A2 are inlet and throat size and H is increase in water level. In the last column, the consecutive values of coefficient of discharge are noted, which is ratio of actual discharge and theoretical discharge. Now mean value of coefficient of discharge is calculated, which comes to be 0.46. Now moving to precautions. Apparatus should be kept in leveled condition and there shouldn't be presence of any bubbles. To avoid error in readings, they must be taken in steady condition of water. Avoid parallax error due to color of the fluid while noting manometric reading. This was all about today's presentation. Thank you.